Dear friends, in life we all encounter moments when others speak ill of us or judge us unfairly. These moments, full of criticism, gossip, or misunderstanding, can easily wound our hearts and disturb our peace of mind. But how do we face such criticism with calm and serenity? How can we learn to live freely without being shaken by the words and opinions of others? This is not an easy task, but it is an important one for our personal growth and well-being. First, we must understand one thing clearly. Criticism and judgment are inevitable parts of life. No matter who we are or what we do, we will always face people who speak negatively about us. This is not because we deserve it, but because the world is full of differing opinions. Some may misunderstand us, others may simply not like us, and still others may judge based on their own experiences or insecurities. These words may not always reflect the truth about who we are or what we do. So, by accepting this as a fact of life, we can reduce our frustration when we hear criticism and learn to see it as a challenge rather than a personal attack. Just as a tree stands firm against the wind, our minds must remain steady in the face of the changing circumstances of life. The winds of gossip and criticism are strong, but if we do not allow them to move our hearts, we will not be carried away by them. When faced with unkind words, the most important thing is to maintain a peaceful heart. Reacting immediately or with anger only escalates the situation, creating more tension and possibly pulling us deeper into the cycle of negativity. Instead, we should pause, take a deep breath, and reflect. Sometimes, in the midst of the criticism, there may be a small grain of truth that can help us grow. It is not about accepting all the negativity, but about learning to listen, discerning what is useful, and letting go of the rest. We must also remember that we cannot please everyone. No matter how good or virtuous we try to be, there will always be people who disagree with us or even criticize us unjustly. Instead of focusing on external praise or blame, we should focus on what truly matters, our inner values and integrity. Live according to what feels right in your heart and let your actions speak louder than words. When you stay true to your values, the power of gossip and criticism will gradually fade away. The people who truly understand you will see beyond the surface and recognize your true character. It is natural to feel hurt or defensive when others criticize us, but instead of reacting with anger or resentment, we can try to look at the situation with compassion. Each person has their own story, their own struggles, and their own perspective. Sometimes, criticism comes from their own pain or misunderstanding. By choosing to respond with kindness, we can transform the negativity into an opportunity to show empathy instead of feeding into the cycle of conflict. In the teachings of the Buddha, there is a phrase that says, the mind is unmoved amidst the changing tides of life. Life is full of changes and circumstances will continue to shift, but our minds can remain steady like a calm lake. When we are calm and centered, criticism and gossip will pass by like waves without disturbing our peace. We must train ourselves to remain unaffected by external praise or blame so that we can stay grounded and true to our path. Lastly, instead of allowing criticism to bring us down, we can choose to transform it into motivation. Each unkind word or unjust judgment can be an opportunity for us to reflect and improve ourselves. It helps us clarify our own values and reminds us of who we truly are. In this way, we become stronger, more confident, and more focused on our journey of personal growth. Criticism is something we cannot control, but how we react to it is entirely in our hands. When we face judgment with an unshaken mind and a peaceful heart, we live our lives with true freedom. Like a river flowing calmly, the harsh words and judgments of others will pass us by, leaving no trace. Only when we learn to remain peaceful and unruffled in the face of criticism will we find true happiness and inner peace. May you all walk this path with mindfulness and serenity, knowing that the storms of life will pass, but your inner peace will remain as a steady light.